Planetary Lapidary, and I am on the western shore of Lake Michigan at my short stretch. It is raining, but it's 75 degrees outside, and actually this place has a lot of dry rocks that are usually dry, so they'll be wet today. So let's go and see what we can find. All right, so as you can see, ever since the storms down here, there hasn't really been a ton of rocks down in the water, but right in this first cut and all the way along is all going to be wet today. So I'll probably grab some handfuls and then get out from underneath the umbrella and show you what I find. First couple little finds, not much sun out here, but this almost looks like a little, I don't know, it's got all these inclusions in it, some red and stuff going on right there, some white streaks, just probably a cool piece of chert with some inclusions. So probably not going to take it. Really cool right there though. Yeah, so that one's gonna stay. And then found our first little stromatoporoid. Probably won't keep much today, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's find some more. Right, so I just wanted to show you here, I'm just walking along and there's just so many different types of granite here. Like there's 3 different types right there. You know, we're all up in there. Some white, another piece right there. It's just really cool to be here when they're all wet so you can actually see all the different ones. But all right, well, let's keep looking. Another little handful. Just a bunch of really cool brecciated cherts, like that one right there is really cool looking. Then this one is like a sandstone, like a banded sandstone, but it's got like white chert lines going through it, so that's really cool. Really cool contrast, the chert and sandstone. And then just another big old chunk of chert. Definitely not keeping that one. Might keep these 2 just because they're unique. We'll see though. Onward. Another handful. So we got this basalt with all these crazy green lines going through it. Like, look at that inclusion. That's sweet. So I'm gonna keep that one just because it's unique again. Then this one, maybe I'll be able to get it. It has some really tiny micro bands right there. If you can see them right underneath the white material. So I might keep that one to cut. Looks like it's got little micro bands all around it. So it might be a little agate nodule. Then we got a piece of that mystery breccia that I find that's green on the inside. This is a really good one though. This will be a good tumbler. So I love when I find that stuff. I don't find a ton of it, but I do find a little bit. And then this is another cool rock that I really like. I think it's like porphyritic rhyolite, but it's got these big long patches of the black basalt in there. And they just make really cool slabs and cabochons. So I might keep that one too, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's go. 3 more. Got one little fossil soup here. Could be some sort of coral or maybe algae. Might be one I would take to cut. And this one is just a really cool worn sandstone. Not sure if it's Jacobsville or just, you know, worn out like this and beach dyed. So I probably leave that one. And then I found my first bigger piece of fossil soup. A lot going on this side, you know, really cool pattern right there. Looks like eyes actually and a nose, but then you get to the other side and it kind of disappears. So not a great one. If it was full on this side, I might take it to cut it right down the middle, but nope, we'll leave it for somebody else. All right, let's find some more. Found this big guy. It's just a really crazy banded chert, but it goes both directions. So like you can see it going that direction there and then all through the back. But then right on this front corner, you have this big swirl coming through here. That's really cool. So that might even be one to bring home to cut, but we'll see. Really, really cool chert. Just some people don't like chert, but I do like chert because look at all those bands in there. It could be an agate, but it's just chert. All right, let's find some more. A couple more here. The rocks have kind of run out now. I just have that little patch up there and I'll be done. This is just a cool fossil soup. You know, some sort of brachiopod shell there. Some stuff coming through the other side, so maybe a cutter, maybe not. Then we got this guy, which was just very yellow and black. It's probably just staining on the outside so it would turn white, but I just like that contrast, but we're not going to keep that guy for sure. And then this is just a basalt with like some weird coating on it, it looks like. But then these fractures make me think it's chert. I don't know, it might just be a piece of black chert. I don't know what that one is. Maybe basalt with something around it, maybe chert. But really cool, really black. All right, so I'm gonna go through some smaller stuff. Let's see if I can find anything. One more fluke big one before I get to the small stuff here. It's kind of just like a porphyritic rhyolite maybe, but it's got a lot of white in there. Some yellow staining, but really full with white, and it almost has a perfect cut line in it already, so I'll probably keep that one to cut some slabs out of, some nice red and white slabs. All right, on to the small stuff. Last little handful of goodies out of the small stuff here. I found another piece of that mystery brushia, so that's coming home for sure. Throw it in my pocket here. Then we got this guy, which just kind of has this little geode pocket of probably calcite in there. Not sure what the host is, so that's cool. Then we got this little nodule that's just got a lot of different colors and layers going on. So I might take this little one just to cut it, just to see if there's any bands in there. It might be a nodule. And we got this kind of chunk of, I'm not sure if it's quartz with some basalt in there, but the quartz kind of goes all the way through. I don't know, I might take that one and cut it, see if it clears up in there or does something crazy in there. And then last little one was just this little one that kind of looked like a mummy face with the mouth open right there and the eye. So that's definitely coming home for my pareidolia collection. And then I think probably what I'll do is just hit the dry rocks one more time on the way back, see if I find anything. And then we'll get home, get everything cleaned up, and I'll show you what I got. One quick one before I'm back to the car. I just so happen to see it. Just a little amygdaloidal basalt. Doesn't have a ton of big pockets or anything in it, so it'll probably be really black on the inside, so I probably won't take that one. All right, so let's get home and I'll show you what we got. Home, we got everything cleaned up. There's a couple things here you guys didn't see, a couple things you did, so I'll just get right into it. We'll go from smallest to biggest. So this one, I'm not sure if you guys saw or not, it was just a really cool little mudstone, just a really cool pattern on there, so I'll probably put that one in the tumbler. It's got kind of a little S in there. Then this little nodule I think you saw, I'm not sure if I see bands on it anymore now that I have it in the light, but I'm gonna cut through the middle of it anyways, see if there's anything in there. There's some faint banding, so it could be a little nodule. This one, basically the same thing. Saw some faint banding out there, yeah, like right there. There's a little pocket right in the middle and kind of right along there too, you can see it. So I was thinking maybe cut this one and see if those bands are on the inside. This was a little jasper, probably jasper, maybe, you know, quartzite jasper, some quartz in there. But I was gonna try to throw it in the tumbler. It's just a really cool red color. And then this one just looked like a little mummy head to me with a little mouth open right there and the white eye. Yeah, so I just kept that little guy from my little pareidolia collection. Then this one was like a maybe sandstone and chert banded. Not 100% sure. Really cool though, it's got like shades of yellow and white, so I think I'm gonna cut this one right down the middle, try to get, you know, a couple good sides out of it. It's pretty good shape already, so that one might turn out, might not. And I got one Jacobsville sandstone. I just thought it looked cool with the yellow and the beige colored dots coming through right there, like a bouquet of flowers or something. So I just thought that was a cool pattern one for I can throw her in my landscape project. This one, I'm not sure if you guys saw, it was kind of like a green, very green, and it's banded, like it's got this big band going through here and up there. So I think this was another one that was just a really good shape to cut or maybe even do a little freeform out of or something. So I kept that guy. This one was just, I think it's probably just a sandstone or quartzite, but I want to see if all this patterning goes all the way through the middle, or if this is just like, you know, weathering or something on there. So I'm gonna cut this thing maybe in slabs, maybe right down the middle. I'm not sure which yet, but stay tuned for those cuts. Then we got this stuff, which some people say is brecciated jasper. I think it's rhyolite and basalt. It's very porphyritic, I guess you'd say. You know, there's a lot of different things in there. But this contrast is really cool. This black and red, it's some of my favorites. So I actually did find two of those. That one, which was more red, and this one, which is definitely more black. But I'll be able to get some good slabs out of this anyways. It's nice thick. So I'll see if I can get some more, you know, a little darker black with some red instead of red with black, how it kind of always is. Then this was another kind of piece of similar to that, but I think this is probably rhyolite, you know, just porphyritic rhyolite with all of these specks of quartz and stuff in here. So another good one that was just a really good shape for me to get slabs out of. So this way right here, doop, 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 get some slabs out of that guy. That should turn out good, some nice red and white. And then last but not least was this big, crazy, multi-layered banded chert. You know, it's got these bands going this way, kind of all the way around to this side, and then it's got more horizontal bands, you know, on this side and the back. So I think what I want to try to do is cut the edges of this thing off, like right here, and try to get a big thick slab right out of the middle. Maybe I'll get all of that banding in there, you know, both directions, but won't know till we cut it. But all in all, not a bad hunt. I wasn't there for very long, that's why there's not a ton of footage, but yeah, a good hunt. It was hot outside, it had just rained, so all the dry rocks were wet, so I'm gonna chalk that up for a win. So if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already, stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.